Oh, hello. In today's video, I'm going to share with you why I think I know what's going to be in the next Kill Team box. So I've talked about this before, way back when they released this roadmap, and therefore we know we guaranteed a fourth big Kill Team box in the same vein as Octarius, Chalnath and Nakmund, and I think I know what's in box number 4, but maybe you're going to disagree. So today was the 40k Warhammer Fest stream, and for clarity, I think we're going to see this box revealed on Friday in the Skirmish Games stream. And why am I making this video? I guess you could argue it's just for clicks and for the channel and for views, but I genuinely love this kind of stuff. I genuinely love speculating and getting excited and getting hyped up. And if I know some people don't like this kind of content, you know, I know some people don't want to know what they're getting for Christmas, and there are people out there that, but I am the other camp of person. I am the kind of person who cannot wait. I'm the kind of person that got in trouble as a small boy for thinking it was an amazing scavenger hunt to hunt all around the house and you know, try and find where my Christmas presents were hidden so I could see what they were. My parents would say that would then accuse me of ruining Christmas, but to me, as a small child, that was how it was. That was what I loved to do. I loved to try and wheedle and find out what was going on. And this is exactly the same energy. I'm really excited when I think I can figure things out just before they are announced. And so I thought this was really obvious. I thought that Adam Troke had basically announced that it was going to be squats in the next Kill Team box, but Major Tom, shout out to Major Tom on my Discord, thinks it's going to be Space Marines, and we've read the same. Right, it's a really interesting case study in how human language can be interpreted differently. So I've transcribed it. I hope I've transcribed it accurately. I've got some experience of transcribing. Transcribed interviews for my master's degree, transcribed those, so hopefully I can transcribe stuff. So this is from the 40k Warhammer Fest stream. This is 1 hour 9 minutes or so in. If you can go back on Twitch and watch it, I think you have to be a member of the Warhammer Community Twitch channel to go back and watch the videos, but if you're with Amazon Prime, you just give them your Bezos bucks and then you can watch it. So about 1 hour 9 minutes or so in, after they've wrapped up the stream, they're talking about trying to get people to come back on the other days, because as you know, or maybe you don't know, tomorrow is Age of Sigmar, Friday is the Skirmish Games box, and Saturday is Saturday's Horus Heresy. So Eddie says, for Warhammer 40,000 fans particularly, and then Adam, would it be worth coming back on? And then he trails off because, like, that I think Eddie is slightly senior to Adam, and Eddie is the one that has kind of final authority over what they reveal. I think that's just what I've picked up on. I think they announce their job titles once or twice. So then Eddie says, it's almost certainly worth coming back on Friday when we have some more stuff for our skirmish games, including Kill Team, which obviously has double duty with Warhammer 40,000. And if you like Space Marines, and odds are, if you're watching a Warhammer 40,000 preview at Warhammer Fest, you probably do quite like Space Marines. Odds are good. You should probably come back on Saturday as well to watch some of the stuff we got for Horus Heresy. Adam seems to then say, oh, Horus Heresy, yes, and to be fair, I would just pop along anyway, because there's been a lot of people calling for more kin-related things as well, so yeah, there's loads of things to be seen, do come back. Now, I very straightforwardly heard that as Eddie saying, come back on Friday, because the stuff that we reveal for our skirmish games does double duty with 40k. Pause. And if you like Space Marines, the odds are that you do, come back on Saturday to watch the Horus Heresy stuff, because we know the Horus Heresy stuff is all Space Marines, right? That's what Horus Heresy is. And then Adam comes in and says, to be fair, I'd just pop along anyway, you know, because there are people calling for more kin-related things as well. So that's the squats, right? Kin refers to the squats. Some other people, Major Tom on my Discord, and a lot of people on Glass's Discord as well, have interpreted that as being that there's definitely going to be Space Marines in the next Kill Team box. I don't read that from this. Now, I could be wrong. And it's possible that some of those other people, Glass is a big channel, and there's people on his Discord who are more plugged in and know playtesters and things like that, and maybe are privy to some actual genuine inside information, rather than me sitting on the outside of the tent trying to stare into the entrails of what people mumble at the end of streams. But the way I read that is, I think that he doesn't say, and the squats are coming for Kill Team, but they're not going to be coming for Horus Heresy, are they? Right? Now, one argument I've seen put out is that someone said that maybe there were going to be some more squats coming for Necromunda Ash Wastes on the skirmish day, and then there were going to be Space Marines coming for Kill Team, as well as for Heresy, and I understand how you could read it like that, but I genuinely think, go back and watch the clip and listen to their intonation and try and listen to the hidden grammar, right? I genuinely think that the implication from what Eddie said was skirmish games including Kill Team, which obviously has double duty with 40,000, and then there's a pause there, and then, and if you like Space Marines, blah, 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 they're two separate points. One for the fact that, hey, you're going to be able to use the Kill Team stuff in 40k, and then one for, and also Space Marines are coming in the Horus Heresy. I think they're making two different points, and then Adam decides, because Adam looked a bit confused about what he was saying about Space Marines, because he knows, remember, that the Space Marines not coming in the skirmish day one, in my opinion, and because he seems to then go, oh, the Horus Heresy, yeah, and then he decides he's going to go out for one and clarify that there are squats coming. So I would pop along anyway, because there are lots of people calling for more kin-related things as well. And then Eddie doesn't say anything, but gives him a kind of over-exaggerated shrug. I think maybe Eddie was slightly like, oh, why did you say that? I don't know. Maybe he wasn't supposed to say that. So my belief is that they have confirmed squats for Kill Team. But health warning, other people think perhaps they've confirmed Space Marines for Kill Team. Go and watch the clip, form an opinion, and let me know your opinion in the comments. So I believe squats are coming in the next Kill Team box. We'll find out on Friday. So squats versus what? Well, I feel certain it's got to be chaos. I feel certain it's got to be chaos because we have this banner, right? And that is obviously a chaos symbol, which begs the question of what? Now, what I'd previously been rumouring was the return of the Galapox Infected. Now, I think that's a strong shout still, because if squats are coming back, as I am suggesting they are, that would fulfill the new kit in the box. If they follow suit, therefore, we're going to get an old kit, usually with an upgrade sprue, for the other half of the box, right? I reckon that the Galapox Infected being reissued could occupy the space of the old kit. You wouldn't get an upgrade sprue, so in theory you get slightly less new plastic, which might upset some people. But the reason I think there are two Chaos Kill Teams without models yet. There are the Plague Marines and there are the Galapox Infected. So I think the Demons, and I think the Galapox Infected could fit they could tick off the Demons, if you like, in exactly the same way that the Corsairs, who aren't quite the same as Craftworld Eldar, but they tick off the Craftworld Eldar box, right? So I think that's a strong possibility. Other possibilities. So I don't know if anyone's aware of this promotion with the coin here. Every month, at least in the UK, I'm not sure, probably in some other territories as well, you can go to Games Workshop and get a free miniature. And the free miniature isn't a special miniature, it's just a miniature taken from a box, and the manager is supposed to build it for you and undercoat it, and then you go in and can I have the free miniature? And the manager hands it to you. And the free miniature for this month has been announced to be the Cultists of the Abyss from the Blackstone Fortress Cultists of the Abyss box, which you can no longer buy, it's gone out of stock. Meanwhile, at the 40k talk that they just announced, they talked about the cultists that were coming for 40k. These are announced today for 40k Codex Chaos, right? And they're not the same models, but they're obviously on the same team. They're obviously went to the same fashion house, right? They are sympathetic miniatures. So they've pulled these boxes and replaced them, and they've probably used this promotion to liquidate the stock that they had, right? They're giving away that for free, okay? So they've liquidated the stock of these that they had. They're getting rid of this box. Is it possible they're going to issue those cultists with an upgrade sprue as a kill team? Now, I looked on the website. I haven't got the sprue pictures because they've yanked them down. The 6 models here that aren't the guy with the fire pike who's on like a separate sprue. Sorry, I can't count. The 7 models here that aren't the guy with the fire pike could take upgrade sprues, maybe. They're not quite monopose, but they're not quite as multi-part as you like, but they do have some separate arms and things. So Chaos Cultists, in my mind, is another possible one, because it's a recycled sprue option with an upgrade frame. And the other one, of course, is Plague Marines. So the Plague Marines will be perfect for an old box plus an upgrade sprue. You've got a box that contains 7 miniatures, so it's perfect for kill team, because it probably would be a team of 6. Maybe it'd make it a team of 7. Obviously that would need to be carefully balanced, but you know, 7 is the sacred number of Nurgle. And they pop an upgrade sprue in there. Now they're a proper multi-part plastic kit, so they take an upgrade sprue nicely. And I think this Chaos symbol, it could be, I think it does have a slightly Nurgly bent to it, as I think this little single horn seems to be seen quite often on Nurgle stuff. And he looks like he has maybe 3, like this is like a double eye. It's almost like I don't know, maybe it's a reach. Cards on the table, I would prefer it to be Galapox infected, because I'd love to see, like, I already own them, so I don't want the miniatures. The miniatures will probably go straight on eBay, unless Mrs. Tabletables wanted them. But I'd love to see them get the rules, so I'd love for it to be Galapox infected. Plague Marines would be cool. I'd like it to be Plague Marines. Obviously, you've seen on the channel recently I painted some Plague Marines, so I'd hate to feel like I had to replace my miniatures. But Plague Marines would still be cool. I kind of don't want it to be Chaos Cultists or anything else Chaos related, because I desperately don't want them to put out new stuff. It's like the same way I got irritated when all the people were rumouring Carskin or all the people were rumouring Caschan. Like, we have a guard kill team. I really want them to go through all the kill teams and give every race something, right? Doesn't have to be, again, I would say that the Galapox infected will refine tick in the demons box. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think they could do demons otherwise without reusing the Galapox infected, unless demons were getting the fully bespoke slot. I don't think you can take a box of Plague Bearers, say, or Bloodletters and give them an upgrade sprue. I don't think that would satisfy people, but something like this might. So I think it's going to be Squats versus either the Galapox infected or possibly the Plague Marines or possibly Cultists. But if I had to pick one to put a marker down before Friday, I'm going to go Squats versus Galapox infected. Now, this is, you've seen this slide before. I seem to keep making the same video over and over. I still think it's really possible that the terrain is going to be the Rogue Trader terrain recycled, with upgraded rules for corridor fighting. I think that because of the video. I think that video is going to turn out to be the trailer for the next Kill Team box, right? The one they launched on April the 1st, with the squat boarding the spaceship and looking around the spaceship, and there's the dead kind of Rogue Trader in the throne, and this was the Rogue Trader's ship originally. I don't think the Star Striders are going to be in it. If you're lucky, they'll get some rules later down the line in White Dwarf or something. But I reckon it's going to be that. I reckon it's going to be that board, I would say, with the Galapox infected and the squats. I know a lot has been made of the video. If you go back and watch the squat launch, the April 1st squat teaser video, there's a Tyrannid arm. I don't know how you get Tyrannids from that Chaos icon on the banner on the Warhammer Fest promotional material. I also think if they were going to do a Tyrannid kill team, a box one, a plastic one, they would have got it out before the Tyrannid Codex, or at least in the Tyrannid Codex you would have seen the unit entry for what that was going to be, if it was going to be something new, or even new war gear options for an existing unit, like if it was going to be Tyranid Warriors plus an upgrade sprue, as people have said, I think there would be upgrades in the Tyranid Warriors rules in the Codex that would give the game away. So I genuinely don't think it can be Tyranids. What would be nice would be if the 40k Codex Chaos had leaked, because I know there's been loads of leaked books over at Age of Sigmar, and then we could look at the cultist rules and see if they had any weird upgrades. But I really don't like. We've already got the Legionaries team from. I don't think they're going to do two teams pulled from the same book. I genuinely don't. I know it's squats and either Plague Marines, or more likely, in my view, the Galapox infected. But we shall see. So final thoughts. I do seem to keep making the same video again and again and again. I make no apologies for that. This is like the third squat video. I hate to be squats. I mean, we were going to see squats on Friday. I really think if it's not squats, then commiserations. I know a lot of people want Space Marines. I kind of want Space Marines as well. I've even been thinking about like how if it's Primaris, I'll do them to go with my Black Templars, and if they do like OG like tactical marines, I can do them to go with my Fallen and where they'd fit and what I'd do with them. Like, I don't not want Space Marines. I just don't think it is Space Marines. But what I want to know is what you think it will be, and separately, what do you want it to be, right? So in the comments, what do you think it's going to be based on all the big evidence, like the things that I've said and we've looked at, or any other things that you're privy to? What do you think in your head it will be? In your heart, what do you want it to be? In my heart, I want it to be Space Marines. I think it should be Space Marines, certainly before squats. I think we should finish all of the things. I would prefer it to be Space Marines versus something like Space Marines with an upgrade sprue versus like bespoke demons. That's the box I'd make them make, because that ticks off the demon players and the marine players are waiting for stuff. But I don't think it will be that. I think it will be what I've said. I think it will be squats versus the Galapox, or at least maybe against Plague Marines. How do you understand what Mr. Troke said? So if you've read my transcription, if you've gone back and looked at the video, what is your interpretation of the grammar, where the grammar should be inserted in that sentence? And finally, I'd like to say simply, it is actually mad if it's not Space Marines. It is actually mad if we've got through an entire 12-month release cycle for a new Warhammer 40,000 game, and we haven't had a single new plastic marine. Like, do you think somebody had a bet in Bugman's, like, oh, you can't make a game without doing a plastic Space Marine? I bet you I can. I won't do a plastic Space Marine for the whole first year of the game. All right, you're on. I don't know. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. I'm really, really interested in this one. Hopefully we can get quite a lively discussion going. Or you come over to the Discord and join in the discussion there, where I've already I kind of blogged through the entire stream and shared my thoughts and had a bit of a back and forth with Major Tom and other people in the Discord there. So come and do that as well. If you aren't subscribed and you've enjoyed this content, please, please, please subscribe to the channel. It's the best and most excellent thing that you can do to support a growing channel like mine. I'd really like to get to 1,000 subscribers and unlock that community tab and be able to like chat with people right here on YouTube. That would really be cool. If you are already subscribed, liking the video is good if you think it's good. Disliking the video if you think it's an awful video. You know, all feedback is valid. Telling me what's wrong with the video and why I'm insane in the comments as well is valid. All feedback is valid. And if you want to support me further, there's an Element Games link that you can use, and if you're over in the US, I set up a Noble Knights Games link as well, because somebody over in the States asked me to do that for them. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will probably put up a new video on Friday once we know for sure whether I was right. So watch this space. Cheerio.